Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Sharon Musao. I'm hosting a talk show on mental health, considering it being May, a mental health month. I am joined by two incredible human beings who are going to be part of this conversation with us. Let me allow them to introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Audrey Akini Eloge. I'm so happy to be here today and stay tuned.
My name is Victor Nyakambi. I'm happy to be here. It's my pleasure to talk about this topic.
Thank you so much for joining me, the both of you. So, being Mental Health Month, we're going to be talking about specifically men's mental health, because I believe it's one thing that has been neglected by the society. Hence, leading by example, we're going to deep dive into the conversation. I'm going to start and ask, can you guys share the thoughts on the current state of men's mental health in the society, from your friends, from your family, the male parties? We start with Audrey.
Well, men's mental health, people really don't believe that men can actually go through mental tension or emotions, and because of masculinity, they are forced to be men.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about what can you say about the state of mental health of your gender, considering you're a man?
Thank you for that question. I think as men, we are deprived of, speaking about our issues, and I think it's high time we stand up and talk about these things openly. And I think it's time we, as men, be open about these topics because it's important for us to be, open and all that.
Okay. So, with that, I'd like to ask, what do you think are the barriers preventing men from seeking mental health? Seeking mental health, like ni nini hiyo inawafanya wasiweze kuongea about their mental health? Start with you, Victor.
I think one of the few things that are the issues, the one key issue is toxic masculinity. The other issue is societal norms. If we can just break barrier through those two issues, I think then we'll have something to talk about with men.
What about you, Audrey?
Well, masculinity has forced men not to talk about their problems, being misunderstood, and I think men haven't normalized that mental health is something that exists and can be treated and can be solved. So I think awareness hasn't been done, and so many men are not aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That is why we want to make it more aware that it's okay for a man to have mental health issues and it's okay for them to seek help. So, what improvements do you think as a society can we make in order to make men feel more comfortable to talk about such issues?
Number one, let's make this more open to people. Let's make this topic to our children, our youngins who are growing, our boys. Let's make it more simple for them to talk about issues at home, at school. Let's make it so open that everyone is simply talking about what they think is right for them. I think it will be very important if we just do that. And also, if we can just have people subscribing to therapists and other people who help in this generation, that would be very beautiful. And if we can just keep out the issues of societal norms, if you can just support men, be supportive to them, then there's a chance to open these conversations.
Anything to add, Audrey?
I
Any
don't think
improvement that we can make in order our men to feel comfortable to talk about depression, ADHD, PTSD, just to mention but a few?
I think the best thing is let's create room for them to come and empty their burdens, because mental health is part of life, it's part of growth, and challenges make us learn. So men shouldn't shy away and keep quiet with their mental stress issues.
Yeah. So I have a random question. So we're talking about the famous statement, men should not cry. What do you think about that?
I think it's obscene. I think it's something that has been put there as a belief, and it's wrong. Because as men, we cannot keep on shadowing our emotions just because you're afraid that society is going to judge us. I think crying is an important thing in a human being's cycle of life, and I think we should do it. We should do it more often. And I'm calling out to my fellow men. I think it doesn't have to be in public. You can either go to your room or somewhere where it's private and cry. If you fear that people are going to talk about it, please just look for somewhere where no one is seeing you. Cry, come out, you'll be strong, you'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Audrey, what do you think about that statement? Men should not cry. Crying is a sign of weakness. Crying is a woman thing, no?
I think, okay, first of all, crying is not a woman thing. Crying is a human thing. And everybody is allowed to cry. So, to all men out there, if it's too much and you can't hold it anymore, please, if you can relieve it through tears, then do.
Yes.
That is, it speaks, it shows your strength, your way of letting go. So if you can cry, please cry.
Yeah, I've learned something from Audrey, guys. Crying is not a woman thing, it's a human thing. Anyway, can you think of any positive examples of a media or a public figure who have helped to destigmatize men's mental health issues? Any public figure, any media who have taken that initiative, to make it aware and known that men have problems and they have mental health issues and they can reach out to get some help?
One of my go-to person is Taraji P. Henson. She is an actress, an amazing person. I think she has done so much around the topic, and I think she has done extremely important things and talking about it in open places, telling people to embrace this as a new norm. I think she has done way too much. I've had Willis Raburu do it. He has been amazing at that. I'm very sorry for that. He's been amazing at telling people how to get past this, how important it is for you to protect your mental health. We've had even the CEO of Safaricom speak about it. I think it's there. It's open. We should just listen to them. Yeah.
Audrey?
Well, I'll talk about Andrew Tate.
Okay, Andrew Tate.
Yeah. And how he goes, he boldly asks men to break down if they have to when they are facing mental challenges, because it's one of the way of rejuvenating their minds. And when your mind is not functioning properly, you're actually experiencing a mind disability. And it's even more weird experiencing a mind disability than a physical disability, because a mind disability holds you back from actually progressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Hi.
What's your concluding statement, Audrey?
Okay. One thing I'd want people to note is that the human brain, that actually is the home of emotions, actually is carries the largest part of the brain's mass. So the moment you let stress or the buildup of tension in your brain control you, you actually closing everything, every room for mind progress, and this holds you back from reasoning, making good decisions. So allow yourself to let it go. Yeah.
Thank you so much, our panelists, for our invite. I think for my conclusion, what I can say is men's mental health is very important. Research has shown that men commit more suicide compared to women, especially because of issues such as depression, especially depression, because there are no safe space created for our men to talk to people. Society has made men feel like, you know what, you need to be strong, you don't need to be vulnerable and all. So let's make this conversation more often. Thank you so much today, you guys, for showing up today. I really appreciate it. And with that, we can call it a day, guys. Thank you so much for listening.